to conclude on that point, have a good judge, have them hand their stuff in on time, figure out a good system where you can get all your judgments in at a timely pace, and just eliminate bias and eliminate inexperience in your tournaments, okay? If you don't have a good judge on your staff who irritates your contestants or just doesn't give a very complex, detailed description or doesn't get their stuff in on time repeatedly, unfortunately, some necessary sacrifices might have to be made, and you might have to axe them from the staff. I mean, it's a necessary sacrifice so that the contestants can have good judgments. I mean, it may suck for that judge, but you need to understand, this is all about the contestants. Which actually brings me to my final point in this lecture, which is very, very, very important, alright? Make the OCT about the contestants. In the past, I've seen so many judges and hosts make these contests for whatever self-serving purpose they want to establish. So they make it all about themselves, whether to be instantly popular or for another dumb reason. Whatever the case is, these tournaments just end up failing and dying, since sooner or later, contestants either lose their interest, get frustrated, or give up. Why? People who run these contests out there are very unyielding about timelines or deadlines and entries, make contestants want to strictly adhere to a concrete story they made, and may sometimes make contestants feel unwelcome to ask any questions. Those stupid questions. As I said earlier, no question's stupid. This behavior from judges and hosts is what ultimately destroys the tournament because it's not made for the contestants, alright? And those tournaments end up dying. The ones that aren't made for contestants, that is. Alright? To have a good example, remember Escape from Navarra? Well, there were many points in that tournament where events just weakened interest until it withered up and died, ending with a very spiteful journal from the administrator where, to quote, the administrator ultimately says, "Tournaments are complicated, difficult affairs which require good judgment and management skills, an ability to deal with drama maturely, and detachment from your pet project, because after auditions are over, if not as soon as they open, your tournament is no longer yours. It belongs to the contestants." And see, the administrator of Escape from Navarra basically said that as if it was a bad thing. Tournaments are complicated, yes. They require good judgment and management skills, yes. They should have an ability to deal with drama maturely, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But the one point where this person got it wrong, detachment from your pet project. Absolutely not, guys. Even though OCT should be about the contestants, that does not mean that you have to ultimately cut out all interest that you have for the tournament. Good tournaments are all about the contestants. Because what I've learned from running 2 OCTs in the course of 3 years is that you need to make these tournaments all about the contestants, as they are the lifeblood of these contests. And if you make the tournament all about you or your characters instead of the people who compete for the prize, then your OCT is doomed to fail. Even though an OCT is never about the person who's running it, that doesn't mean you shouldn't take pride in what you make if you run a successful OCT, because the contestants, if they do well in these things, and if they have fun in these things, take something away from these OCTs. They either take away greater artistic ability, a greater story, or the ability to tell a good story, or, here's the most important thing, more friends. That's what these things are about, ultimately. They're social, they're social events. They're about having fun, they're about making friends, they're about developing your artistic style and making a good story. What you have to do is work with the contestants to make them as happy as possible and to make this as fun an experience for them as possible. Just be cooperative with the contestants as well, and be friendly and as civil as possible, as civil discourse can be the difference between unfixable drama and a misunderstanding that can be worked through. And drama can be the thing that can kill an OCT if it's not nipped on the spot. My first tournament, Nightmare Tournament 1, actually almost ran into that spiked pit. So you need to talk with the contestants in a civil way and in private so that you can work out your differences without conflict, alright? But ultimately, you have to make the OCT about the contestants, as these contests are for them to have fun and let their artistic talent grow, as they will make new friends, compete for an awesome prize, and make the weariness of everyday life a little less boring, while enhancing their artistic and storytelling capabilities. So, in conclusion, you need to design an OCT with that in mind, and with the other points in mind, for your contest to succeed. And now it's a quick Q&A session, so fire away, guys.